Supply and demand shifters, rather simple topic to cover, but essential to understanding economics. First, to understand supply and demand shifters, you probably need to understand supply and demand curves. No sweat though, they're pretty simple. So let's review. Supply and demand curves are basically just graphs to show, well, supply versus prices and demand for products versus prices. They help us understand how consumers react with certain prices and how markets work. Now, supply and demand shifters are certain occurrences or things that cause the supply curve or demand curves to shift or move either to the right or to the left. The direction of the shift is dependent on the effect of the occurrence, which is different depending on if we're looking at a supply curve or a demand curve. Let's start by focusing on supply. So it's a hot summer, and for whatever reason, you want to sell lemonade, because as strange as it sounds, you think you can make money out of it. So you sell your lemonade, and you're making bucks. But a bunch of other people have the same bright idea, because they all want to make the same thing. Easy money. So all of a sudden, you start to have competition, and more people other than you are selling that same lemonade for the same prices in some cases. So take a look at the graph. At first, it's just you selling the lemonade, and then all these other producers are in the business. This makes more lemonade available to people for some of the same prices. Let's say you were willing to sell 5 glasses of lemonade for $1 each day. Well, now a bunch of other producers are too. So on the supply curve, there is more quantity of lemonade available for $1. This effect creates a rightward shift in the supply curve. Now say all of a sudden Walmart raises the price for lemons because they want people buying Walmart lemonade instead of yours. So now it costs more for you to make lemonade, and you don't want to make a bunch of lemonade like before because it will cost you more. So you decide to make less lemonade than before because you're financially educated. And let's say the rest of the lemonade producers are just as bright as you, so everyone else makes less lemonade too. In effect, the overall supply of lemonade for each price in the homemade lemonade market decreases. There is less quantity at each price of lemonade than before. This makes a left shift in the supply curve. In total, there are about 6 basic supply shifters. And of course, we'd be here forever if I gave examples of each and every one of them. So I'll just tell you what they are. Changes in the cost of inputs, change in the number of producers, change in conditions, change in technology, changes in producer expectation, and changes in government policy are the 6 basic supply curve shifters. Lots of change in there. Now let's learn about those demand shifters. Say you still sell lemonade, and of course it's still summer, but you got the bright idea to sell that lemonade on the beach. And it's tourist season. Everyone is at the beach. So there's more people who want to buy that lemonade because it's a hot summer day. So at every price you sell lemonade, there's more potential customers, and thus more people who want to buy your lemonade. So the demand curve shifts to the right. Now say a new song just came out about how Kool-Aid is way better than lemonade. So your customers no longer want your product because you sell lemonade, and they want Kool-Aid. The demand of your product, since unfortunately it is lemonade, will go down, and at each price you offer, less people want to buy it. So the demand curve would shift to the left. The 6 basic demand curve shifters are changes in income, changes in population, changes in tastes, changes in expectations, changes in price of substitutes, and changes in price of complements. Still lots of change.